Hey, everybody, welcome to episode 2 of the Ill Noise podcast. Welcome along, Dumses. Welcome, everybody. So, baby, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Better now, because I'm with you as always. So, glad to be back, and happy you're all joining us. Last week, we concentrated the majority of the show on picking the winners. And there was 4 games, and I feel like
there was 8 games, 4 winners.
There was 8 teams, 4 games.
Yeah, sorry.
4 winners.
8 teams.
You're still.
4 games.
I get. You're right there. You totally. So we got 4 of them right. 4 Nobu. That's not bad, right?
Not bad.
That's a GPA my dad always wanted me to have, but I never did. But anyways,
I think one of the games that we were rooting for a team, you were kind of not, and they lost, but the team we were betting for, head not heart, they lost, but we still won.
Yep. So let's see if we can keep those winners going. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pick the games, but we're going to pick them with the point spread. So if you're betting, and it's okay, because if you win, we'll give you our PO box. You can send us some money. We're cool with it. If you lose, you didn't hear it here, we're good. So this week, big game. We've got the Detroit Lions going to play the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco 49ers are favored by 7 at home.
NFC Championship.
NFC Championship, that's right.
San Francisco.
Yep, favored by 7 against the Lions, babe. Who do you got? Why do you got them? What's your pick?
I think the Niners are probably going to cream the Lions.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the team we are rooting for. I mean, it's just. I mean, even though their quarterback looks like a high schooler,
he's pretty good.
But they got some good weapons. Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Tight end.
Greg Kittle.
Greg Kittle, running back.
No, Greg Kittle's tight end. McCaffrey's running back, but
always get him switch. Debo. Come on.
Debo. But I want to say before you make your pick, the 49ers, when Debo Samuel plays, have the best offense in the NFL statistically. He hasn't played the whole year, but when he's played, they have that. When he doesn't play,
he's a running back.
He's a wide receiver, but he plays almost running back. At times, they hand off the ball to him. He runs the ball. He's crazy. When he doesn't play, they have one of the bottom, third offenses in the NFL. He's questionable right now.
Who's the best wide receiver?
Their best wide receiver is Debo Samuel.
No, ever.
What? Jerry Rice.
Is he Jerry Rice?
He's not Jerry Rice.
This is not the team from the 80s and 90s. All right.
No way.
They don't have a hot quarterback. All right.
Where's Ronnie Lott? No Ronnie Lott.
That's why the Lions might have a chance, but I'm saying bet on San Francisco.
Putting up money on San Francisco, says my boo. For the first time in the Illinois history. I'm going to disagree with you, baby girl. So the Lions right now or the 49ers are favored over the Lions by 7 points. So right away, the Lions start the game up 7-0, right? I don't think Debo Samuel is going to play. And if he does, he's 50-50. If he does play, I don't think he's going to be healthy enough for it to matter in the manner that statistics show. So I'm actually going to go Lions. But if you're with my girl this week and you decide, hey, I want to go with 49ers, they are favored. I got it.
By at least 7 points.
Yes.
I'll go for the Niners. Although I'm rooting for the Lions.
Yes.
Midwest.
Yep.
Few of our friends. Friends.
Yep.
And our future sister-in-law.
Yeah.
From
Nice
Michigan.
Nice shout out from
Detroit.
So, okay, that's first game. We differed. I have a feeling we're not going to differ this next game, but we'll see. The second game, we got the Kansas City Chiefs, coached by Andy Reid. Tight end by Tay-Tay's man, and quarterback
Travis
by
Kelce.
Yes, and quarterbacks by.
He's a Taylor Swift fan, in case anybody's noticed.
I'm not. That's hilarious. I've actually.
I mean, you sing "Shake It Off" every day in the shower.
Every day in the shower, but that's just in the shower. That's not out where everybody. Oh shit! Where everybody. Never mind. Don't choose that, by the way. So. I only do that every other Sunday. But so this week we got the fucking Chiefs going to the Ravens. Ravens are favored by 3.5. Who do you got and why, babe?
All right. Well, of course, I'm gonna go for the Chiefs. They got Patrick Mahomes.
2-time
Super Bowl champion. And MVP.
Yep.
All right, now I know Lamar Jackson's got all that swag, and you know
He's got a lot of
he was
swag. He's got a lot of swag.
two-time NFL MVP. But has he been to the Super Bowl?
No,
I don't think so.
I know something. Like you're right.
So, anyways, who am I going for? Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Pacheco.
Yep.
And
Pacheco. Nice.
Who else they got?
Isaiah Pacheco.
Who else they got?
Well, they got Rashee Rice. Exciting rookie wide receiver.
They got a lot of great players.
Yes.
And they got Andy Reid, man. He's the best coach. I mean, like he said last week, if you don't love Andy Reid, you don't love yourself. I mean, that was not the greatest thing to say. I
kind of believe in that.
We love the Chiefs.
Yeah, okay.
And, I mean, the first game we're going to go to together,
yep.
I know we haven't gone yet, but, COVID, all that. So, if we don't go see the Bears first, we're going to see the Chiefs.
We'll probably see the Bears.
We're probably going to see.
We'll probably see the Bears.
Yeah.
But if not Chiefs, I'm with you. So you got the Chiefs already up 3.5 nothing because they get 3.5 points to start the game. Ravens are favored. You had the Chiefs over the Ravens this week.
Absolutely.
So
my heart's in it and my mind.
Heart and head. If you know, last time when she said with the 49ers, her heart said Lions, but her head was like, if I'm going to make some money, let me freaking go 49ers. I differed, but I respect the passion. So you go Chiefs this week. Here's what I'm going to say about the Ravens really quick as you decide to go Chiefs. Ravens are led by what will be two-time MVP Lamar Jackson. That's a gimme. The Ravens are coached by not Andy Reid, who we both love, but by top 5 head coach in the NFL, John Harbaugh, Jim's brother. We talked about this last week, but Jim's brother. They have really good tight end core. If Mark Andrews comes back, he's been injured, but Isaiah Likely has been really good. And they're at home, and their defense, arguably, certainly their defensive line, certainly their front, their defensive front, I would say best in the NFL, and they're playing at home. So everything says, really, I know, and they're favored by 3.5. That's basically a field goal. That's close enough. Everything says, probably the Ravens should win. But I'm going to take all that and flush it down the frickin' toilet, because what's going to happen is the Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes. They got Patrick Mahomes.
Patty.
They got they're coached by
Andy Reid,
and tight end Tay-Tay's man. What's his name?
Travis
Kelce. Rashee Rice, upcoming wide receiver. You don't bet against Patrick Mahomes. You don't. I mean, he's had the ability to go to the AFC Championship up to 6 times since he's became a full-time starter in the second year. How many times in a row, babe, do you think Patrick Mahomes has been to the AFC Championship in his 6 years fully playing? He's been for 7.
You just said it, right? 6 times?
6 for 6. You know how many quarterbacks have done that in their first 6 years being a quarterback in the NFL history?
None.
Whose business is it, baby girl? It's none of your business. It's none of his business.
It's only Patrick Mahomes' business because he's the one who did it.
What up, Holmes? Yeah, it's Patrick Mahomes. So
what up, Holmes?
We're both saying the Chiefs take it. So this week we differed on the first game. That's cool. You very well could be right, but I still say Lions give it a touchdown. And the fact
I would love it.
And Deebo's probably not going to play. I'm going put the money on Lions there. And the second game, we both say go with the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I know if you watched last game.
Oh my gosh, Joe, did you see what happened the other day?
What happened the other day?
The 76ers?
That's pretty big time. Are you talking about when the cheerleader fell down because the pizza went on the line? You're talking about 70 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists, Joel Embiid. How many times had that done?
Even more than Walt Chamberlain on the Sixers.
Well, that game, it done something that
Walt Chamberlain didn't do that.
Walt is Wilt's twin brother, but I'm with you. Wilt Chamberlain has had a 17-18-5 game. Very true. That's really well done. Really well. That's my girl. So sports is obviously very important to us, but we do not want you guys to think that we're all about sports. Even though, really quick, I might be rocking a Michael Jordan shirt. That's cool. Doesn't matter. it's not all about sports. We went a little blurry there. I probably shouldn't have done that. Maybe we can pick that up in editing. Anyways, what is very important to us and has been very important to us since we've met is music, and I think we both have some cool things music wise that are important to us. And what I would love to ask you, my love, is what your top 3 concerts that you've attended, and just let's hear about them, babe. Like music means so much to us.
Okay. Well,
number three.
My third favorite concert
Third
out
favorite.
of the concerts I've been to
Yeah.
is one that Joe and I went to
Nice,
together.
Nice.
And
which one?
it was really great. It was so just jamming, jam band.
Yeah.
It was Dave Matthews Band.
Dave.
Last summer. It was last summer.
Yeah.
And it was just so chill and like I didn't know a lot of the songs yet, but I loved it. Yeah. Joe introduced me to Dave Matthews Band. I knew about them, but I never really got into them. But I got into them, and even though during their like biggest hit, Ants Marching, which is obviously one of my favorite songs, Joe was in the parking lot just like wandering, and I'm like, what the heck? But we were having we were dancing in the parking lot, and then we went back to the concert, and it was just great. We were just having such a fun time dancing. That was a great concert. And we were just having a blast. That was a great concert. We had a good time. Yeah. And I loved it. Where was that at? Where? And if you don't remember, that's fine. But where was that at? It was in Indianapolis. Okay. Nice. Yeah. So that's number 3 for you. Yep. And number 2. So number 2 was wait, really quick. Did any bands open up? Did any bands open up for Dave Matthews that day? Do you remember, or was it just Dave? I don't remember. No, me neither. I think we were kind of late, maybe. We were. That wouldn't be the first time we were. That was the time when we were giving 5 to everybody. We were walking by everybody. And then some lady got mad. Yeah. But we'd given a lot of 5s before there was some sort of anti-5, rhythm to the whole party. Before that, we were just do all. And then they're like, "No, you can't give 5 to everybody." Hey, enough of your 5s. Maybe 4s or 3s or 2s or 1s. No 5s. And we're like, all right, we're cool. But yeah, that was a great concert. Great concert. So, number two. I went to see Foo Fighters for the first time. Oh. I've seen them total of 3. One time with Joe. Yes. But the first time I went to go see Foo Fighters in St. Louis, it was indoor arena, and the acoustics were amazing. Yes. And it was before a lot of the later hits came out. But of course, Everlong was played last, and so it was just amazing just to hear it. So that first time, and I loved it. And then the second time I saw Foo Fighters, believe it or not, the Mighty Foos. It was actually 2 years before I met Joe, and we figured out that we were both at that same concert. Yeah. And that's been our thing for a long time. Yeah. Along with so many other things. Foo Fighters connected us from the get-go. Yeah. Remember when we first met and we'd be driving around in your car, and you had the greatest hits of Foo Fighters. We just fucking play that relentlessly and stuff like that. Yeah. It was a real big connection on that. That was awesome. And then when we're like, oh my gosh, you were at the Wrigley Field, and so that was cool. That was one of my great concerts, but it's not one of my favorites because the other person I went with only wanted to stay for 5 or 7 songs. Wait, we're talking about our favorite concerts. We're talking about our favorite concerts. I'm just saying So my first favorite concert was my first concert. First concert ever is your favorite. My favorite band, Depeche Mode. Can't get enough. I loved Depeche Mode to death. Yeah. And I went with my older brother. Yeah. It was a great show. And I think that was right around the time that I felt like they started really chilling out with their more deeper cuts and deeper lyrical sounding or lyrically deep, notions and like the music stopped being
Yeah.
so, you know, I don't know. That was just when
So really
I
quick
stopped.
though, because that was your whole thing, right? Like Depeche Mode was your thing. When did you know like Depeche Mode was like your band? It's a great band, and, you know, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like, so influential.
98.
Why? Like why do you think like it pulled you in so much? Because you're still to this day such a huge fan.
Well,
such a huge fan.
because just there's a lot of lyrics that like made me connect, resonated with my life and how I felt. And
can you name the lyric we have on our wall? What that says? You remember that?
Yeah, from this song called what's that song?
I don't know.
Judas.
Yes. What's the line?
The holiest path is the narrowest path is always the holiest.
Yes, the narrowest path is always the holiest.
Yes.
We got that. Colleague of mine back in the day hooked us up with that, but yeah, we have that. That's a great line. So those to your top three. Name them again, babe. 3 through 1, just real quick.
Depeche Mode.
That was number 1 though. Let's from 3 to 1. Let's go 3 to 1.
And then
let's go 3 to 1.
Okay, 3. Yep. Dave Matthews Band in Indianapolis.
Yes.
And then Foo Fighters in St. Louis.
Nice.
And then Depeche Mode in Tinley Park.
Depeche Mode,
which is outside of Chicago here.
Those are great bands. And I really appreciate the passion that you spoke about those bands, because I know how much they mean to you. Great call. And I love the fact I was at one of them and kind of at another one, although not really, but I was later on. Anyways, so phenomenal. So I'm going to do my top.
Yeah, what are yours?
I was going there, and I love the fact that
Joe, tell us yours.
I will tell everyone mine. So top 3 favorite concerts that I've seen in my life is going to go really, really easy. So first one, just
Third.
like you.
Third.
Yeah, first concert, but the number 3 on the list. You're absolutely right. So first one I want to mention, number 3 on the list, is influence. We both share another connection in a cool way, which is one of the derivatives of why you like Depeche Mode, and why I went to the first concert I went to, and that's our brothers' influence on us as we were younger about like music and stuff like that, you know, and you with like Depeche Mode and The Cure and other amazing bands and stuff, The Smiths, and you know, all these amazing bands that you dig. And me with my brother, and my brother was all, I mean, this is like the early 90s when I went to my first concert ever. So my number 3 on my list of my first concert ever. And I went to the concert because my brother Jeff, love you, brother. My brother Jeff introduced me to all these like the grunge-ish sound. He would hate that I mentioned grunge right now, but that whole alternative sound at the time. I remember REM albums that he had, and U2 albums that he had, and then he started kind of going in this other, you know, way in which, and it was like Soundgarden and Red Hot Chili Peppers were 2 of the many like records and tapes that Jeff had that he would play, and then I would just be like, oh, this is cool. So my first concert ever, my buddy Randy, if you're watching this, love you, brother. My buddy Randy and I went to Lollapalooza in '92. Damn, do the math, you can figure out. I was 2 at the time. It was back in '92, and I went there to see Soundgarden. I went to see
that would be weird.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, and the third band that played that day, my boy Randy and I were sitting there, and Pearl Jam played in '92, my first concert ever. And I looked over my buddy, and I was like, dude, this is it. And it's, you know, it's kind of like that whole feeling like, dude, this is it. It's like carried me on now for years and decades and decades and decades. So just like Depeche Mode for you, you know, got to see Pearl Jam, favorite band, as the first concert ever, but my 3rd favorite overall concert ever. Soundgarden was amazing. Ice Cube, ironically enough, was amazing. Chili Peppers were cool, except for the singer couldn't really sing.
But didn't you see Chili Peppers another time?
I did.
At Lollapalooza? I
did. And both times, both of the Chili Peppers concerts I went to, I can say one of 2 things, is that there's 2 lead singers I've heard live that I would tell you they can't sing, and it sounds like somebody scratching a board. And it is Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins You can see them live now, or you could have saw them live back in the '90s. I saw them '94.
Well, I think they're looking for a new instrumental. They're looking for somebody, right?
I have no idea. But
I read it somewhere.
You're probably right. But Billy Corgan and Anthony Kiedis, the Chili Peppers, they can't sing. But I didn't know that when I went to see the concert stuff. But in '92, yeah. So that's number 3 for me. I feel strong about number 3 for me.
But where didn't you?
I saw them at Tinley Park in Chicago.
No, but when did you see them again in Lollapalooza?
No, that's when I saw them in Lollapalooza. Was that in Chili Peppers in 1992? Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, they all played '92.
But you saw Chili Peppers again at Lollapalooza.
I did. That's a whole other story. We're talking top 3 concerts. We'll do that another day, my love.
Okay.
Number 2 on the list, because number 3 is Lollapalooza 1992. Number 2 on the list, I'm not going to remember years of these next 2 ones, but I should. Pre-COVID, this beautiful woman and I went to Austin. Remember that, babe?
Oh, yeah.
And we went.
Actually, I don't remember a lot of it.
I know. It was a lot of fun.
Because I ate a lot of gummies. But
we saw a lot of that's hilarious. We saw a lot of cool bands. I mean, Gary Clark was fucking amazing. But I went there at Bucket List to see a band that means a lot to my girl and actually a lot to me because I think they've got some amazing songs. And we saw The Cure. And I remember specifically towards the end, what was the song we were listening to?
Pictures of Me.
Pictures of You.
Pictures of You.
Pictures of You, actually. Not of me. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
But Pictures of You. That's called Picture of You. And I just remember that concert and just the feel and being Austin city limits. By the way, Austin, Texas is one of my favorite places in the country. And in many parts of my life, I've traveled a lot, been around everywhere in this entire country. Austin, Texas is top 5.
Our favorite city
big
in
cities
in Texas.
In USA. Our favorite big city in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Is Austin for sure. So that would be my number. Just because the whole day was so amazing, like being in Austin City.
Oh yeah, it was so great. Like we went to like 3 or 4 bars and they gave us free beers. Yeah. It was like, whoa.
We had a lot of fun. But just the whole day, it was amazing.
Yeah, going to see my cousin, and then all the hotels we went to, absolutely. And all the like shops. Yeah. We went to Coyote Ugly.
Yeah.
I got to dance on the couch, the bar top. It was really nice.
Yeah, she danced with all the bars. It was all.
Yeah, you got me that awesome shirt.
Yeah, that was so Austin. Probably because of all that, to be honest with you, because I've seen a lot of great concerts. Because I've been to I've been to Bonnaroo's, and I've been to a lot of concerts in my life. I've been to hundreds. So, but this is like the fun. But The Cure are fucking amazing, by the way. And I just want to say,
everybody knows that.
No,
right?
But I don't know. I think
people who like music across the board, everybody, just goes to The Cure.
Yeah, but back in the day, though, and I hate to sound horrible, but I am in my pleasure. But back in the day, people thought it was, they're not cool and blah, blah, blah. Because you wear makeup and all that stuff.
They have always had a big following.
Yeah, very true. But there was anti-Cure people, too. It's my whole point. But my point, though, is seeing them and appreciating them.
Yeah, but they were the people that were so insecure.
Absolutely. Yeah, very, very true, by the way. But they were amazing. Robert Smith can fucking sing his ass off, and he's like 80 or whatever the fuck he is. But it was amazing, and we had a blast. So that would be number 2. Now, and that was with you. And but number 1, and Ski, I know you're watching, boy, because you and your wife at the time, your kids, met up with me, and I think a friend of mine at the time, and we met in Chicago.
The Taste?
And we met at the Taste of Chicago. If you've never been to Taste Chicago, man, if you've never been to Taste Chicago, well then come to the Taste Chicago. Eat all
in July or something.
I think it is in July. But back in the day, they would do not only bands. It's June or July. I think it's July. They do bands that you can see for free. And some cool bands.
I think they still do that. I'm pretty sure.
I think they might charge now, but maybe they don't. But they didn't then.
No, I don't think they do because 2 or 3 years ago, I saw Mos Def or Tully Pully.
Oh, nice.
One of the. Well, I think it was only one of them, but it was free.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if it's still free, that's great. That's awesome. Well, then let's go to Chicago this July.
We did go a couple.
No,
years
let's
ago.
go this July coming up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But back in the day, my boy Ski, like I say, he was there because I remember being there with him, and I remember looking around and seeing this, this person play, and then I'm going to mention, and the whole crowd. My wife and I don't share the same ethnicity, and and it's great because we love each other and everybody should love each other regardless of ethnicity anyways. But there was all these ethnicities at this concert. And I mean, white people, black people, Asian people, Indian people, Asian people, like, Chinese people, Japanese people, everybody. And it was all, and everybody was like singing and dancing and smiling and laughing and just having a blast. And it was seeing Stevie Wonder. That was my favorite concert I've seen. I mean, they're unequivocally my favorite concert scheme. Remember that, for sure. And he sounded better than he sounds on his records, and he sounds perfect on his records, impeccable, shall we say? But I saw him there, and it was amazing. So we are going to go see a concert that I think is a huge deal for both of us.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't get the tickets to this concert. You did,
I was
right?
wearing the shirt yesterday.
You got tickets for a concert. What concert did you get tickets for?
We are going to see Billy Joel.
Billy Joel
and
Up,
Stevie
down,
Nicks.
girl.
And Stevie Nicks is my girl.
Oh, yes, she is.
I am always singing Stevie Nicks.
Where are we going to see that concert at? Where's that at?
Soldier Field.
Soldier Field. And so she says, like, hey, I got this Valentine's idea for us, and we're going to go see them. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, on Valentine's Day, we're going to go see these guys. Like, this is so cool. Like, both of them have, like, all these cool, like, Valentine's Day-ish type songs and shit,
yeah,
right?
he thought it was,
and
like,
I'm like, dude,
on
we're going.
Valentine's
And then
Day.
I started thinking about it. Like, we're going to, like, in February and mid-February, we're going to be at Soldier Field. It's not as cool as it was sounding before, And then
yeah, we're not football players.
We're not, but we could. In fact, maybe we should instead do that. But when is it now? It's definitely not in February.
June.
It's in June. So have you seen either of them before? Either Stevie or Billy or Billy?
No.
What's your go-to Stevie song? If you were to put one in a jukebox and say, I just want to listen to this song real quick. What would it be?
I don't know. I like so many of her songs.
But you only got one. You got one coin. You got one shot. We mentioned that last week with Eminem. Maybe Eminem's going to be at the Lions game this week. It's going to be at the Lions. I hope so.
Maybe The Edge of 17. Or
Edge of 17. Nice.
Or maybe...
Isn't that what Jack Black sang in School Rock to Joan Cusack while he's walking down? He's like, wasn't he singing that?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, so Edge of 17 is one of them. What would be another one that you would say?
Of Stevie?
Yeah, Stevie.
Rhiannon.
Oh, nice. Not Rihanna, because she's an actual singer herself, but Rhiannon. Rhiannon. It's Rhiannon. Because I used to know some girl named Riri, who's awesome. Rhiannon.
Yeah.
Awesome girl. So, but we're going to see them, and you just like you.
So, what about you? So, what picks of Billy Joel would you?
Oh, God. So this is a great question. So I've seen Billy Joel once in my life. It was at the Dueling Pianos concert with Elton John. They did it together. I was in college. Don't remember the whole concert. I was told I had a good time, and I believe them, even though I don't talk to any of them anymore. But I know they said that, and I know they're right. So I'm with you. So that's a really strong song, but I think we both probably know the answer. Now, before I give you the full answer and before we say goodbye, I love Chicago, always. And it is on my mind because I love it and I'm by it. But it would be New York, state of mind, is by far the favorite.
You know what I would pick? I would pick, isn't it Moving Out?
Oh, Moving Out! Yeah, you do Moving Out. Okay.
I love that song.
Okay.
I love that song.
Well,
what would you pick for Stevie?
Oh, we will have to tell everybody next week what I'll do. That's a cliffhanger. That's a Knicks hanger. So we very appreciate you guys spending a little time with us. I think we've had a little fun, and I think we're going to intermingle this and kind of see where this goes. We went sports to start off. Now in all sports and a little like concert stuff. Who knows where we go from here? I think it just can go anywhere. So, baby girl, thank you for blessing us with your knowledge, your intellect, and your humor. Thank you much. Do you want to say anything to everyone before we go?
I want to thank you, Joe, for leading the way and showing us your and By the way, you don't have a face for radio.
No, I got a face for radio.
You
That's
have
okay.
a face for
I got a face
a YouTube channel
Nope.
and a video podcast.
Well, we're doing it, so I guess I do. Everybody, love you. See you next week.
Bye, guys. See you next week.